What's up, guys and girls? Dan Mazzola here. I thought I'd give a little bit of an update for the last comp I just did. I did the Auckland IFBB Auckland Champs, men's physique. They just changed all the height categories as well, so they had short, medium, tall. I placed third in the medium category, which I was pretty happy with considering my prep leading into it. It was like one of the sickest lineups I've probably seen, up there with like Auckland Champs last year and Nationals. Like, everyone brought their A game. Mo took it out. Kurt Dow coming in second, me third, and Nate's in fourth. And then Ahmad, he was in short category, but he got judged alongside us as well, and he came in diced. So yeah, man, it was pretty impressive, eh? Like, inspiring, seeing all these guys looking how good they were. They were just super impressive, and I've give a bit of a shout out to Kurt Dow too for really showing that, you know, if you dig deep enough and you want something that you truly want, you know, like he didn't have the best year last year, but to come back the way he did, and bought his best package to date I think I've ever seen, maybe apart from Arnold's, but he just looked just incredible, you know, and deserved the second for sure. And Mo was just diced, like had awesome conditioning. As for me, I was pretty happy with how I went. I was really sick leading into it. I was still on antibiotics, about 2 weeks out. I don't want to make any excuses because leading into that show, I knew where I was at. And I knew I wasn't going to be at my best or lean enough. But so about 2 weeks out was either do I pull out or do I keep going for it? So thanks to Jake, you know, I pushed so hard in those last 2 weeks. Like, you wouldn't believe I was eating next to nothing. And, you know, I always say, you know, I don't usually do cardio leading into a show because I usually don't have to. But the beauty of it is that because I'd left cardio out, those last few weeks I could dial it in. I could throw the cardio in there, and then it just, you know, helped me give me that boost to get a little bit leaner. It was more of a trial and error show to work on trying to bring in a fuller package and not come in as dry. Unfortunately, I wasn't dry enough this time. So, but I thought I come in probably the fullest I ever have. So I had so many carbs leading into that show. Like the night before, I had like 700 grams worth of carbs that night, and then a whole lot more the next day just to bring me back up, to fill me up, because I was so flat the night before, and then even in the morning I was flat. So, you know, it was trial and error. I think we did really well, and I mean, if Jake hadn't been there helping me out, like, you know, there's no way I would have come in the way I did at all. So for me, I was happy, you know, like I knew I was 100%, so to come in the way I did, and it was still so closely judged. Like the judges said, it was one of the hardest shows they've ever had to judge, and I think there was like 1 point between us all, and I think anyone could have just about won that show. Like, everyone had their strengths, and there weren't many weaknesses at all with anyone. So, and like Nate looked awesome as well. I thought Nate was going to be a big threat. I was actually really worried about Nate because I've always admired his physique. He came in looking really good as well, and, you know, pumping it backstage. I don't think anyone really knew who was gonna take it. So it was awesome. It was a really good show. And thanks to all the guys that were backstage as well. There was a lot of the IFBB pros were there, like helping out backstage and, you know, giving everyone advice and encouragement, and that's just the beauty of being backstage. You know, everyone's mates, and, you know, it's really good. Also want to give a shout out to Zohib, boy from Fijian, the Fijian freak. If few of you would have seen him, man, this dude's incredible. You got to keep an eye out for this guy. I've had a few training sessions with him, and just his musty bellies, and he's just a genetic freak. Like, so he's, I think, pretty exciting for New Zealand bodybuilding right now, and that was his first show. So to think in a couple of years what he'll be able to achieve, like he came on stage like 73 kilo. And if you can find photos, I know there's not a lot of photos online, but if you can see photos of him, you'll be blown away. Like what he looks like. He looked like he's bigger than me. Just for anyone interested, I came on stage about 87 kilo, and I was aiming for about 90, but I just had to carb deplete so hard leading into it just to get lean enough. So I did lose a lot of glycogen in my muscles and stuff. So, but we all work on that till nationals, and hopefully I have a good steady prep leading in. So yeah, that's a bit of a wrap on that. I've also got I recorded, well, I didn't record, but I took photos of all my meals after the show. So for 24 hours, I tried to do 20,000 calories, and I'm pretty sure I smoked it. Like within 24 hours, it's far beyond 20,000 calories. My mate Ashley made me a cheesecake. This is a cheesecake, right? And the cheesecake was 10,000 calories alone, and I ate probably 70% of that. So, and that was only just like one meal. So we're gonna count up all the calories, and I'll put a video up at some stage and we'll see how many calories I actually got. I wouldn't recommend anyone doing it, but I've got quite the appetite and the sweet tooth, so yeah, a bit naughty. But I actually put on, in 48 hours I put on 8 kilos, but I've dropped back down again, so I'm back on the diets and back on the muscle fuel. So I want to keep as lean as I can leading into Auckland, to nationals, to bring my best package. That's my goal, is to bring in the best that I've ever bought, come in a lot leaner. Also, for anyone interested, I think it was about 4% at Auckland Champs, so I want to be mid threes to lower if I can, so work on that. Also I got the invitation to the Arnold's in Melbourne, so I was pretty excited about that. Out of that whole show, like, that was my goal, was I wanted to get an invitation to the Arnold's. So, and I was lucky enough. I have to thank Mo and Bronwyn and the whole IFBB judging panel, because they were only going to pick 2, and lucky enough they said it was so tightly judged that they gave me a third extra one. So very lucky with that. So that's going to be awesome, returning to Melbourne to compete again next year, after I did FedEx earlier this year, which is now going to be rebranded the Arnold Australia, which was going to be much bigger. I actually worked on the Arnold stand when I was in Melbourne with Fitness Management Australia, and I actually saw a site map of how big the expo is going to be, and it's going to be pretty huge. For anyone that's been to FedEx, it's a pretty decent expo, but the Arnold's is going to be so much bigger, so it's real exciting stuff. I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone that's helped me with this prep. All my sponsors, Jake, campusnutrition.com, he's one of my best mates, but at the same time he's doing a job, and I wouldn't be able to do it without him. Muscle Fuel, obviously, Hamish down here in Hamilton at Muscle Fuel does all my meal prep. I just send through my orders. It's so easy to do, and it tastes amazing. They've got the new fresh sealed menu now, which is just like, the meat is so tender, it's actually incredible. I couldn't even cook it that well myself. Matt at Rise Lower helps supporting me and always giving me words of encouragement, and he does all the lifting gear. So if you need belts and straps and stuff like that, gloves and knee braces and all that sort of stuff, riselower.co.nz. Team at Solaris for helping keep my tan on. Also Payless Supplements, Marvin and Dave up in Auckland there, helping me keep topped up with my supplements, and they've been a huge support to me. Some of you would have met me there at the expo with Payless Supplements, and they're just so supportive, and give me encouragement every single day, like sending me little messages, how's it going, how's it prep and everything. So super supportive. Who else was there? I think that's, Fitness Management Australia as well. But most of all, just congratulations to all the competitors, because I think everyone just turned it up a notch, and you wait for nationals. I mean, you got to make sure you get a ticket to that, because the physique lineup is world class. Like, that Auckland show alone, let alone you bring in guys, like Sam will be coming back up from Wellington, Tyrone will be in there. Jay McDonald from down south, he'll be coming up for that. There's a few others around the traps, and then there's the shorter guys, which all the height categories are going to be changing now, so there's going to be a lot of guys coming up from the short class to the medium, so the medium class is going to be stacked. So that's pretty exciting. And I lost my train of thought there because the screensaver went on. So yeah, the Nationals is going to be off the chain. I can't wait for it, and be interesting to see who gets the pro card, and because we're all chasing that. So yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting. Also doing workout plans now. So just message me on my website. I'm doing a 12-week workout plan, and it's much more in depth than all these other plans that I've seen from a few guys around the traps, which are just generic rubbish plans. Like, this is plans that I've put together using like the 10, 11 years of my training. So it's also backed by science. Like, it's not just 10 reps of this, 12 reps of that. This is a 12-week. I use microcycles, so it's going to every single week changes. Your rep ranges change, so your body is going to be consistently. It's never going to adjust to this program over 12 weeks. So that just increases your gains, your strength. Like, after I did this, I made this program and I tried it out for the 12 weeks, and my strength increased by 30%. So, if you're looking for strength gains and just building good quality muscle, I definitely recommend this program. It's only $70, which is dirt cheap for 12 weeks, and prices will be going up soon because it's starting to take up a lot of my time doing all these, because a lot of people are wanting them. So get in quick before I put the prices up. Yeah, that's a quick wrap on a pretty exciting weekend, and I just want to thank everyone again, and all you guys, for all your support on my page. And I get so many messages, and I read every single one, and I know I can't message you back straight away, but I try to as fast as I can. But there's only so many hours in the day, and I do have a life. I have to, it's the struggle is real. But yeah, hope everyone's well, and keep training hard, and continue your support, because it helps me every single day. I see a message or a like or whatever, it helps a lot, more than you'd know. So take care, and we'll talk soon.